Hello, Dad. This is Jay Warren. This is the Dadhood Journey podcast, and today's topic is this: summer days at the beach. Let's do it.
Hi, my name's Nico, and you're listening to my dad, Jay Warren. This is the Dadhood Journey podcast. Thanks for listening. Pretty good. Now can we listen to it?
Yep. So summer is in full swing here in San Diego. It's been really warm most of the summer. And for those of you that don't know San Diego, that might be a surprising statement to hear that, like, really, it's sunny and warm in San Diego. I mean, that's mostly the reason why I live here is for that kind of weather. But a lot of times in definitely May, we call it May gray, and then June is June gloom, that it's overcast at the beach and somewhat cold. And then usually by the end of June, it burns off late morning, early afternoon. And then by July, we don't have that gloom, that overcast marine layer. And the last couple of summers, though, like it hasn't been nearly as warm as it is now. I mean, my warm for San Diego, it's in the like low 80s and fairly high humidity. But I know, Dad, if you're in another part of the country where it's 100 degrees, like you're in Arizona or the deserts, or you're in other parts of the country, the humidity is like 100% and it's just thick and hot and muggy. I feel for you, because here in San Diego, this last month has just been epic. And I've been taking Nico to the beach as much as possible because, one, it's hot. Two, at the beach, it's nice. It's nice and cool. And the water has been so ridiculously warm. The water is like 75 degrees. And it never gets that warm here. Like sometimes surfers are wearing full suits year round here. I don't. I tend to, wear a suit and a rash guard like usually middle of summer, and it's not that cold, but it's definitely not usually that warm. But I have just got it dialed in now with taking Nico to the beach, and I didn't used to have that. So this isn't so much about like how to take your kid to the beach, because not all of you dads are going to have access to the beach. I feel for you if you don't. I'm really lucky we're 10 minutes away from epic beaches that people from all over the country come to vacation, and we can do that for a couple hours. But I have since learned from last summer that how to prepare for it. And so I'm not going to go through a checklist of like all the things that I do here, but with the days out, like on the days that I'm with Nico, whether it's one of the days midweek, Wednesdays are a day that Nico and I are together, or on the weekends, I would a lot of times wing it and just kind of see what happens. And we'd be driving around doing an errand, and they'd be like, hey, you want to go to the beach? But I wouldn't have any of the garb that was necessary for it. So it became more stressful than it could be fun. So what I've dialed in now is, okay, if it's going to be a beach day or even an inkling of it, because there's going to be times where I'm all about the beach, but Nico's not having it at all. So I just have everything in the back. So I have like multiple towels, because it's not just a one towel system. We need multiple towels. I have a change of clothes. I have his beach stuff. I have sunscreen. I have snacks galore and lunch if it's around lunchtime. So I have like sandwich, tons of water, his flip-flops, sand toys, his boogie board. All of that's in the back of my car, just ready to roll. The trunk of my car looks like a freaking sporting goods store. I've basically one of my suitcases that's just full of like gym clothes and beach stuff and all that kind of stuff. Not that I'm a gym rat by any means, but that's just where I keep my stuff, so it's available. But having all of that available and a change of clothes, got to remember a change of clothes, because you can never have too many clothes with a kid when you're doing something watery or dirty or whatever. Then frees me up to be able to have so much more fun there, and for it to be something where, we're halfway through an enjoyable time at the beach, but we have to leave because I forgot food, or I don't have water, or I'm stressed out because he got all sopping wet, and I didn't bring any change of clothes. So it's like, all right, do I have like wet clothes on the car seat or just go naked? And I've done both. Either of them work. You got to get home, right? But if you're having like days to yourself with the kiddos, where you're solely in charge, like making sure you just have one or two of everything and just have it all dialed in frees you up so much. It may seem like a pain in the morning, like getting all that stuff together, even if it might not happen. If I'd like made all the sandwiches and all this kind of stuff and got the beach stuff together and the boogie board and all that kind of stuff, and we didn't go, like, yes, it's wasted effort, but when it's on, then boom, we can jump into that gear and just fully have fun. I mean, the beach is a messy endeavor, but it's my favorite place in the world. And that's why I live here in San Diego, is so I can be at the beach and surf and be near the ocean and watch waves and the like. And I'm just so grateful that my son is into it too. It's a challenge. It's more of a challenge with him because he is like the whitest kid ever, super fair skin. Not at all like my skin. I burn, but I tan up, and I don't have to be as concerned about it as with like this ghost of a child that's just super white. I have tons of sunscreen and sunscreen shirts and this big old like tourist hat that he wears in the water, but he doesn't care. Like, he doesn't care about he's good about wearing hats and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be boogie boarding, and it basically like he looks like a beekeeper, but he's having a blast. And he just loves the sand, and he's allowed to get dirty and get wet, and he gets cold, but we wash him off and warm him up, and then we get back in, and it's just such a peaceful place and fun place for he and I to hang out and to bond and have fun. Like, I'm teaching about the ocean now that he's doing more swim lessons. He's more confident in the water and wants to go further and further. So I definitely, he's never been afraid of the ocean, which is why he needed to be in swim lessons, because he was really good at sinking and not so good at floating or swimming. So those lessons were put in place so that, one, he could be water safe, and if he's going to a friend's pool or something like that, but then also for the ocean. And so I'm teaching him about the current, and he's getting more confident, getting jostled by waves and the like, so that it's just such a blast when we're there. And for you, Dad, whether it's a park day, if you have access to a lake or a river or pool time someplace in your backyard, or hopefully that'd be epic, or somebody else, or a community pool or the ocean or something like that, those kind of summer days where you're fully prepared for it makes a huge difference. And so if you don't know what it means to be fully prepared and have all of it, ask, and if it's something that your spouse, your partner, your wife has been in charge of all of that, and you don't feel as confident in knowing like what it is, like, it's way better to ask than to be short on something. So just do that, get the checklist going and have it dialed in, and then just go have fun. So in the Facebook group, put your comments on that, your experiences, how you get set for a daddy day where it's just you guys. Do you tend to go out and do things, or do you like staying home at more? Do you stay home because you're concerned about going out and looking for tips? Put it out there, and dads support each other and having more fun and connecting with their kiddos, doing cool, fun things. So until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your families, and we'll connect on the next episode.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. You can hang out with other dads in our Facebook group. Just go to Facebook, search for the Dadhood Journey, and apply to get in. See you there, and see you on the next episode. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Perfect.
There you go, Dan.